listen up. If you're going to Salem, if you are going to Salem, you need to watch this video. Let's get into it. Hi spooky family, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are talking about Salem, Massachusetts, as you already know, and I am so excited because this is one of the most beautiful cities on the planet, in my opinion. I have been to Salem, Massachusetts twice now. I went last year in 2023 and this year in 2024. Of course, I'm hoping to go again next season. So I am just gonna sit down and kind of chit chat with you guys, friend to friend, about if I was going to Salem, maybe for the first time, maybe not for the first time, what I would do, my must-see locations, and things I will continue to repeat year and year again. Before we go any farther, if you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified every time I post a new spooky video. Chances are, if you're watching this video and you like Salem, you're gonna love my content, so stick around. Okay, I have broken this up into a couple sections. We've got food, sightseeing, and shops. Those are the three main things I'm gonna be talking about. But first of all, I do wanna throw out there, I highly recommend taking the Salem trolley, especially if this is going to be your first time. Personally, I recommend doing this the first day that you're there because it does such a good job of just kind of showing you where everything is in Salem. It's going to give you a better idea of where you're at in relation to other things that you want to see. Plus, I did the trolley for the first time this year and I got to see spots of Salem that I probably wouldn't have seen just walking on foot. So I highly, highly recommend you take the Salem trolley. Also guys, I'm going to link everything that I'm talking about in the description box below. So I will link the website to buy tickets for the trolley. You need to take the trolley. It is so much fun. It is a really good way to start off your trip in Salem. Okay, I only have a couple of restaurants, shops in each category, like I think like 4 to 6, because I didn't want this video to be overwhelmingly long. And again, these are just my favorite spots. We are going to start off with talking about food. I kind of tried to get one different casual restaurant, one kind of nicer restaurant, just because I wanted to give a little bit of variety. So for casual food, there is the pizza in the Witch City Mall. Hear me out. Any locals from Salem I know are gonna listen to me and be like, oh girl, because a lot of locals in Salem don't exactly love the Witch City Mall, but I think it's beautiful. There are some incredible shops inside the Witch City Mall. Just stay away from the bathrooms in there. If you know, you know. I really, really love Essex's New York Pizza and Deli. It is inside the Witch City Mall. You guys, this is a casual come in, grab your food and hop out sort of place. They have pizzas, stubs, I'm pretty sure they have burgers. I feel like they kind of have something for everybody, and this is a more affordable place where you can just pop in, grab a bite to eat, and then pop out, and it's not gonna take a ton of time. I thought that the pizza here was phenomenal, so I do recommend popping in here to check it out. The next restaurant we are going to be talking about is the Derby. You guys, the Derby is a restaurant I will go to every single time I'm in Salem. Are you hearing me? Every single time. I love the Derby. If you're a pretzel fan, I am a huge pretzel girl. I'm obsessed with pretzels. They have the best pretzel sticks with like a cheese dip. Oh my god, it's to die for. The atmosphere is a 10 out of 10. The service is a 10 out of 10 each time I've been there, and I will continue to go to the Derby every single time I visit Salem. I highly recommend this restaurant. Plus, it's right off of Essex Street, so when you're doing that main shopping drag, you can literally, it's right there. Like, it's a 2-minute walk off of Essex Street. So, okay, this next recommendation is for those who are 21 and up. This is Hallowed Ground, which is a cocktail bar, and I'm not gonna give away where it is because that's part of the fun. They don't exactly advertise like where exactly. Actually, I'm looking at it right now and it definitely does. There's literally like the address on Google, so I guess it's not a secret. For some reason, I thought it was a speakeasy and we kind of had a hard time finding it, but then once we realized where it was, we got down into the speakeasy and it is like chef's kiss. It is so beautiful. The atmosphere is like, it's just incredible. If you are into the speakeasy, relaxed kind of cocktail bar vibe, dim lighting, gorgeous furniture, you are gonna love Hallowed Ground, so I cannot recommend you check this place out enough. They also do have food, by the way. It's not just drinks. The next place we're going to be talking about isn't exactly food, it's candy. I did want to throw this in there because I recommend going here, and I will go here again every single time I visit Salem. We are going to be talking about the Old Ye Pepper Candy Company. This place is so historic. I'm not going to dive too deep into the history of this candy company, but definitely look it up if you have the time to do so. The store is so cute. They decorate it so beautifully. I mean, you walk in there and it's like candy galore. Like anything you could want, they have it. They have these little chocolate balls, I don't remember what they're called, and like a million different flavors. Truly one of the cutest candy companies I've ever seen. If you watched my Salem vlog, which you totally should, I will link it in this video somewhere at some point. We did a little taste test with our candy that we bought from the candy company, and everybody loved what they got. Not one person wasn't obsessed with whatever it was that they purchased. So I definitely recommend, if you have time, check out the candy company, and it is right across the street from the House of Seven Gables, which we'll talk about soon. But it's literally, you could throw like a tennis ball there. So definitely make sure you check out that spot. Next, we're going to be talking about sightseeing in Salem. Just kind of mentioned this, but of course I'm going to be recommending the House of the Seven Gables, another incredibly historic location in Salem. Definitely take the time to research this location if you have the time. But even besides the history, this place is stunning. Stunning. The gardens here are like my favorite place to take pictures because oh my god, I think I needed a little Diet Coke break. Hold on. I'm like running low on DC, and I think that's why I can't speak anymore. All right, get it together, Cassie. Anyways, I forgot where I was at. But it's one of the most gorgeous places to take photos in Salem, and it's rich with history. You see the water right there. It's truly incredible. Definitely make sure you check out the House of Seven Gables. Again, right across the street from the Old Ye Pepper Candy Co. The next place we're going to be talking about is the Charter Street Cemetery and the Memorial. I do find it extremely important when visiting Salem to think about the history of this town and why it is the way that it is today. If you haven't done any research on the witch trials, definitely, again, take the time to look into it, because we want to be respectful and think about what happened back in 1692, you know what I mean? So I definitely recommend taking the time to go and pay your respects at the cemetery and the memorial. The cemetery, I think during the fall months, they have someone guarding the gate and letting people in, so it's not super crazy and people are still being respectful. But I was there in the summer both years, and we were able to just kind of walk in. Although I do think that they close at night, so this is something you're gonna have to do during the day. And the memorial is right next to that as well. It's beautiful. Take some time, go show your respects, and I think it's definitely something everybody needs to do at least once when visiting Salem. Next, we're going to be talking about the Witch House. This is the iconic black home that everybody and their mama is taking pictures in front of and posting on Instagram. Chances are, if you're researching traveling to Salem, you have seen photos of the Witch House. This is the old Jonathan Corwin home, which is now, I think it's the only structure standing that was there during the actual Salem witch trials. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 99.9% sure that is accurate. And it's a beautiful home. You can go inside. They have a little gift shop. It's super cute. Highly recommend you check this out. Also though, the lines to take pictures in front of this house are like kind of crazy sometimes depending on when you go. So definitely, if you want to take some photos and you want to kind of have the time to yourself, go early in the morning before the line starts to form, because people flock around this house to take photos, okay? Do that early. Next, we are going to be talking about Allison's house from Hocus Pocus. Now, there are many locations from Hocus Pocus in Salem where you can go and take pictures at and check out. Allison's house is also called the Ropes Mansion, which is, you know, what people in Salem call it. It's the Ropes Mansion. Gorgeous to take photos in front of. I mean, like, this is just a beautiful house. And they have an incredible garden in the back, so don't miss out on taking the opportunity to go back around the house and check out the garden. You are allowed to go in there. I have never been inside the house, and I'm not sure if that's a thing. Someone in the comments, if you are an expert, please let me know. Can we go inside the Ropes Mansion? I'm not sure. But regardless, taking some pictures in front of the Ropes Mansion And of course, checking out the garden in the back is a must-do every time in Salem. The next location I wanted to mention is the Salem Witch Museum. I went through this the first time I visited Salem, and I thought it was very informational, and I thought it was really well done as well. I won't get into too much detail on the layout and what it's like, because if you're going, obviously chances are you're going to go to the Witch Museum, which again, I highly recommend. I think it's really important to be educated, and it's really moving. I think going to the museum is so important to honor the history and remember what happened here, and I highly recommend checking it out. I know I keep saying that. I highly recommend checking it out, but seriously, if you're going to Salem, it's important to be respectful and learn about the history and what happened here, so I do recommend going to the Salem Witch Museum. Next location is the Bewitched statue. This is Samantha. This is another spot where you will see people just lining up to take pictures of. This location is right in downtown Salem, so you will not miss it. I promise you, if you're walking Essex Street, you're gonna see Samantha. She's right in front of Essex Street, like kind of in like a little grassy area by some restaurants. Highly recommend just going and taking a picture in front of it, because it'll be a good memory for you to hold on to. Plus, she's just super cute. I love her. Okay, this is one of my favorite sections, shopping. There are so many incredible shops in Salem that I love with all my heart, but I wanted to keep this video fairly short, so we're gonna talk about 6, my favorite 6. First of all, I want to mention Ascend. Ascend Get Lifted is right on Essex Street, and it is the most magical, uplifting, beautiful set of people and shop that I have ever been in. They do also offer aura photography, which if you can splurge, highly recommend doing it. It's at least 50 bucks, I'm pretty sure. I think it might have been a little more. But if I can attach a picture of my aura photo, I will do it. It is something I want to do every time I visit Salem. So beautiful. They take your photo, you get a little Polaroid, and then they give you an interpretation of the colors and what the colors mean. They also do psychic readings, which me and all my friends got this year. It was incredible. We had so much fun. And all of my friends, I asked them, what was your favorite part of this trip? Almost every single one of them said the psychic reading or the aura photography. The next shop, or storefront I guess you could call it, is Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery. Should probably throw that in there. It's not just Count Orlok's, but it's Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery. This is also on Essex Street. It's right across the street from Ascend. This place is so much fun. It features the most classic, iconic horror movie monsters, and they're like life-size, incredibly realistic. Like, it's a museum in a way. Like, you go through and you get to look at all these beautiful props, and like, it's mind-blowing. If you can't tell, I'm kind of speechless. I don't even know how to describe how incredible I think this place is. You get your money's worth. You go through, you get to look at all the props, and it's just iconic. They don't let you take any video in there. Like, you're not allowed to have your phone out at all, so I don't have any clips of this part. But I have clips of the store that's in front, and even the store is like really cute. They have a ton of really cool classic horror monster gear and apparel. Definitely worth stopping in there. Next door is Blackcraft Cult. I love Blackcraft Cult. They have the largest witch in Salem, literally hanging from their ceiling. It is a beautiful store. I mean, jaw-dropping store. Even if you're not into the dark clothing, the all black, the kind of spookier vibes, you need to go in here and just look at the store, because it is breathtaking. And now they also have a coffee shop, which is adorable, and we did try that this year and it was very good. And they have a haunt, which was incredible. I mean, the set design and the time and effort that these people put into this Blackcraft haunt, I was like shocked. We went through it with no actors because it was in the off season, and we were all still scared. Like, we were like, holy moly, this is intense. Definitely recommend going into Blackcraft, checking out the coffee shop, and even just walking through the haunt with no actors is like incredible. I cannot wait for the day that I can go in October while there's actual actors. The next shop is Vamp Fangs. This is a similar vibe to Blackcraft, definitely more alternative, gothic, dark, edgy clothing, but it's so, I say but as if it's a bad thing. It's not. I don't mean but as in like, but I mean, Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm going on a tangent here. Bantfangs is an incredible store. It is also on Essex Street. They even have like little teas, which I think is really fun. They've got like lingerie, clothing. There's this cute little corner with a gorgeous chair that you can take photos in, sunglasses, accessories. It is so beautiful though. I highly, highly recommend stopping in there. That store is one I will go into every single year. The next shop is Coven. Coven, this store is very special to me because when I first started going viral on TikTok, I posted a video about them. It took off and I just felt like I formed kind of a connection with Coven. They saw the video, they were so happy about it, and they were so nice. And I actually got to meet one half of the ownership this year in Salem, and he was so kind. These people truly deserve every penny they get. They are so beautiful, so kind, and the store is just iconic. It's giving like Coven American Horror Story vibes, and it's just so beautiful. They have so many clothes, purses, accessories, perfumes. Like, I literally bought my favorite purse ever there this year, and I bought a new perfume for my wedding, spooky perfume of course, and it's just so beautiful. This is over by the, what is it called, like the waterfront by, what is the restaurant that's right by there? Okay, this is, Coven is over by Derby Wharf, which is right by the waterfront, and it's literally beautiful. I highly recommend stopping over there. There are more shops over in that area as well, so definitely don't just stick to Essex Street. There is so much to be seen off of Essex Street, like Coven and the other beautiful shops surrounding it. I love Coven. I will go there every single year. Let me tell ya, gorgeous store. And the last but not least store I wanted to talk about today is House Witch. This is also right near Essex Street. It is beautiful. It's kind of the same vibe, not the same, but similar vibes to Ascend. I feel like this store is all about modern witchcraft and spirituality. It's very lighthearted and bright in there, and they also do aura photography as well. And it's just a gorgeous store. They have so much fun, feminist, and female empowerment stuff in there. It's just a beautiful store, and I will continue to stop into House Witch every single time that I visit Salem. I cannot recommend it enough. Also, my light just died. Ugh, that's okay, because that was actually the last thing I wanted to talk about for this video. If you are watching this because you're going to Salem, I hope you have the most freaking magical time ever, and I am probably so jealous that you're going because I cannot wait to go back. Some of these stores, all of these stores that I talked about are truly incredible, and this list is so short. I mean, there are so many shops worth going to in Salem. Again, make sure you check out Essex Street, the main drag, for shopping, but don't stay there. Please feel free to go off that path and explore all the other beautiful shops that Salem has to offer and all the activities. There are so many tours that can be taken. Again, I'm going to put so much information for you guys down in the description box. Please feel free to go and utilize those links. They will help you out so much. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so the algorithm knows my videos don't suck and you like what you're seeing. I love you guys. Feel free to subscribe to join our coven here. We talk about spooky stuff all year long. Again, I love you, and I will see you in the next video so soon. Bye bye, my friend.